Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Style. This is Angela. Today I'm going to go through, we just got back from vacation, and while on vacation, I stopped at a couple of greenhouses on the way home, and so I wanted to show you what I found. Okay, so this first plant is called a Cordyline Electra, and it has green to dark green leaves with pink and cream streaks. It says it has excellent heat tolerance, can handle sun, part shade, but I just thought it was a beautiful little plant. I think it'd be really fun to add to a planter or something. I haven't quite decided if it's going to be out front or in the back where it's a little bit more shady yet. Kind of trying to figure out what it likes. Okay, then I picked up this hosta. This is the Empress Wu hosta, and I have several other hostas, but this one I really like because it's supposed to get 3 to 4 inches tall with its flowering. I mean, 3 to 4 feet tall. So it's 4 feet tall when it's flowering. So it's a very large variety of hosta. My other ones have done really well here. Sometimes they get battered by the wind, but for the most part, they do well. Hardiness zone's 3 to 9, so weir zone 4, it does just fine. Here, it actually withheld to even most of the hailstorms that we got. So it recovered. If it did have damage, it recovered. It did really well. It flowers for me every year. Really pretty, so just fun to add another one to the mix. I think it's a little bit bigger than the normal varieties. Okay, I got two of these. These are called Plectranthus. I may be butchering that, but just got them to go in some containers, possibly maybe shade containers. They're a little bit of a darker plant, but they are green on the top of the leaf, the underside of the leaf, then it's purple as well as purple stem. So it's just a real fun mix of green and purple. It says full sun and shade, can handle either. 2 to 6 hours of direct sun each day. So for us, we get sun for up to 16 hours in the summer. So I'm probably going to put it in a shadier spot like the back porch or something that doesn't get quite as much sun. But I'll probably put that in. It's just foliage, so I'll probably put that in with a planter with some other plants. This is Proven Winners, Proven Accents Hippo Rose, part shade to shade. So also going to be probably on the back porch, similar to that other plant. This grows upright. It says it gets 16 to 22 inches tall and can go down to 32 degrees. So part shade to shade. But look at how fun these leaves are. They're kind of like pink spotted. But then I can't decide if this is a flower or if this is just where the leaves come out. If I can get it to focus. It's got this little purple spot where the leaves come out. It's just, there's another one there. Just so fun. So that'll be a fun addition to my shade containers. So I really struggle with our back porch because it doesn't get any direct sun, almost zero direct sun. And so flowers are very hard to get to go in there and flower. And so I'm trying to get more foliage with a little bit of character to make up for some of the lack of flowers in those shade containers. So while we are on the shade container theme, this is the New Guinea Impatiens, the orange stripe. Let's see if I can get down there for you. It's a beautiful little plant. Impatiens seem to do the best for my full shade location that gets almost no sun. These I have tried, just about a lot, I don't know, several other plants that say they can do shade, and they struggle there. And so, but the Impatiens seem to have done well for me. So that is the one flower I can get to do okay in there. So that combined with the other foliage plants, I'm excited when we go to pot that up. I think it's going to be beautiful. This is a citronella plant. I get it every year. It's supposed to repel mosquitoes. It's also called the scented geranium. Can handle sun to part shade. It can grow up to about 3 feet tall, and I think mine got at least 2 feet last year. But they use, actually, I think the oils in this to make citronella candles. But I'll either rub it, and then that citronella gets on your fingers. You can smell that. Or I will just rip off a leaf and you can rub it on your arm and your skin. I'll do that for my kids, and it helps to repel some of the bugs that we have around here. Okay, this one's a coleus, the wasabi coleus. It's really that nice bright green. It says it can handle full sun or shade, 2 to 6 hours of direct sun. So this is probably going to be in the backyard as well, where it doesn't get as much sun, but I probably will get it somewhere it gets a little bit of sun. But there again, just some foliage. I found a beautiful petunia. Loves its full sun. This one's called Starlit Blueberry Vein. Just beautiful white and pink flowers. This is some alyssum. Goes in full sun. I got it just as kind of a filler for other pots and containers. But it'll just kind of go in and add some little white filler flowers in there. Okay, this one is not flowering yet, but when it does, it will look like this. So this is the Summerific Ballet Slippers Hibiscus. So this is a hardy hibiscus. Should be a perennial. We're going to try it. I got a hardy hibiscus last year, and so far I haven't seen it come back this year, even though it says it can go down to zone 4. So it does look like my one from last year got some kind of mold or fungal disease, so that may be part of it. So I'm going to try it again with this one just because I loved that flower. I think that's going to be just gorgeous when those come out. Next, I got this is a peach drift. It's a ground rose. And I do have very similar, if not the same one, out front already. It bloomed all summer last year for me. It just kept blooming and blooming, and it was beautiful shades of pinks and oranges and whites, and just a beautiful plant. So I want another one, so I grabbed one of those. This is a Prince Tut grass. It's hard to see because, hey, this is the little version. But they get these cute little, I don't even know, they almost look like little fireworks on the end of the grass to me. And then it's got regular grass strings as well. But usually these firework ones will shoot up above the regular grass and it'll just look like little fireworks popping out of there. See if it looks more like it in this picture. This is the Prince Tut. They have several different sizes depending on how big you want. I think the Prince Tut is the smallest, and then there's a queen, which is bigger, and then the king gets like 6 feet tall. And I did put one of those in the berm last year for the summer. These are annual for us in our zone, but they're still fun to have around for the summer. Okay, this one's not blooming yet, but this is the peacock butterfly iris. It's beautiful. I don't always love irises because I don't like a lot of times they're bluish colored leaves because that looks a lot like the natural sagebrush and grasses that already grow here. So I'm real picky with my iris. This is actually my first one, but I loved it because it had more green foliage. And then I also just loved that the flower was just a beautiful yellow. It looks like it's soft and beautiful. I'm excited for that. It does have, it's like a flower bulb right there that's going to come out. So we'll try and update you when that pops out. I got this Cat's Pajama Nepeta. This one wants full sun. It grows 12 to 14 inches. Hardy down to zone 3. So this should be perennial in our area. I've not tried any of these yet, but they do. It's a little bit faded now because these flowers are old. But they had, when I got it, were just bright purple and beautiful. And now they've faded. Almost it looks like to having a little blue on them, which is really cool. So fun plant. Should be perennial for us. I'm excited about that. This one, it shoots up here and it's got these purple stems and purple flowers. This is the Rockin' Deep Purple Salvia, full sun to part sun. This one will be, we can grow some salvias in our area, but this one is not hardy down to our zone. So this will be an annual for us. Okay, I've got some of the Proven Winners Bubblegum Vista Supertunias, more of the one I showed you earlier. And then I've got Lantana here, and I really enjoy this plant. They start out kind of yellows and reds, and then as they get older and mature, it turns to more yellows and pinks, and just the color variation on them is very fun. They do well, at least mine did last year for me, in full sun. This one's called Luscious Berry Blend. They grow 20 to 30 inches tall, and they love full sun. So these actually performed better for me than the petunias do. So I got several of those this year to try. This petunia I picked up because I thought it was really fun. This is a pink diamond petunia, full and part sun. It was just pretty and really unique, so I grabbed a couple of those to try. Okay, so this plant is a dahlia, not your typical dahlia. This one's called Mystic Illusion. It likes full sun, and the leaves, I've had it in the sun, so they've lightened up a little bit, but the leaves are just dark, almost very dark green. When I got it, they were almost black, and then I just love the softness of the petals of these flowers. So I got a couple of those. This one almost looks like it's glowing a little bit to try. I love dahlias. They've done really well for me in the past. I wanted to try this variety. It's a little bit different than what I've done before. So we'll see how they grow because I haven't seen this variety before, so I grabbed a couple of them. And then on my wish list has been a snowball viburnum. I just love how these look. They're supposed to go down to negative 40 degrees, which is probably at least a zone 3. It might even be a zone 2. I'm not as familiar with my zones lower than the zone 4, which is what we are. So I'm hoping this plant will do really well for me, but it's just beautiful. I love these little balls of flower. They're going to be a lot of fun. This one needs full to partial sun, 12 inches high, or 12 feet high by 12 feet wide. So this should grow into a nice big bush. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it yet, but no doubt I will find a place. Okay, this red and kind of green purple leaf plant here is a flowering Sistina plum. I got one of these last year, and the antelope have pretty much eaten it, but I just love the way they come out. So the mature ones I've seen, it looks like the new growth, the new leaves comes out like a bright green, and so you get a mixture of reds and greens at the same time and purples, and it's just beautiful. And then it also flowers. So these are kind of old, you can't really see them as well, but it does have little flowers, and it will flower. And so once these grow up into a big, mature either bush or tree, depending on how you shape it up, they're just beautiful. They're fun to look at. And last but certainly not least, I have this Electrical Lights Red Azalea, full sun apart shade, 4 to 5 feet high by 3 to 4 feet wide. So this does say U.S. hardiness zone down to 4. So we're gonna try it. Hopefully, we'll be okay. It's supposed to have a fragrant scent to it. Look at those flowers, just beautiful. Can you imagine 5 feet tall? This flowering like that. Oh, just be gorgeous. So the foliage is red and green, it says, although I don't know if they're talking about the flowers. Most of the foliage I see at this time is green, but maybe that fades to red as fall comes on. I have not tried one of these, but it was beautiful, and it was also my most expensive plant, probably twice the cost of most of my other larger shrubs. So hopefully it's worth the money, and it's beautiful right now. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment from it as is, so hopefully it will be worth it in the end, but I'll let you know. Okay, and that's it for the plant haul. I'll go over one more time and just show you these all together because I think they look beautiful, just as I've got them sitting here in the pool in the backyard. But thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time.